Welcome back to the Sharpshooter Sports Talk. I am your humble and gracious host, Mr. Brinsky Sharp, on the ones, the twos, the fours, and the fives and the six. Appreciate everybody being up in here this afternoon, because man, oh man, this episode is what everybody's been waiting for, everybody's been talking about, been patiently waiting, and I apologize for the wait. But man, oh man, it is here. Greatest football teams ever. So a little disclaimer, everybody. We ain't going to no 19. We as far as I went, it's 1980s. But anything past, behind that, we ain't going no far. Not no 1970s, 60s, 50s, all that. No, I'm just gonna be honest. I believe they would get destroyed. In all honesty, no disrespect to those eras, but I really believe guys that got too athletic, too big, and all this stuff, and all that. So no disrespect to them, but shout out to them. So you guys can throw out some of your favorite teams in the comment section and all that, and let me know how you feel about that. But make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, please, before we get into anything. And I'm gonna see who already up in here because it's about to be a show. Of course, Latoya up in here. Good to see you, Toya.
Toya.
Bishop, you up in here, man. Definitely gonna have to bring you up in here, man.
Yeah, what Bishop at?
Shoot. Because everybody want to show up late today. They on my head about it, but everybody want to show up late. I'm calling everybody out. What's going on, man? What's good to see you, brother?
So
Jeremy up in here. What's going on? What's going on? Jason up in here. What's going on, man? Not the Jason I was looking for, but fam, what's going on? Ken up in here. He said I'm on time, cuz not you, man. But
St. Jackson in a minute, man. What color been?
Hiding. The white, what's going on? What's going on, bro? Bevo up in this thing. What's going on?
Bevo.
Bishop, I'm about to send you the link right now so you can hop up in here, man. Hold on. And then I can introduce the guys.
That boy crazy.
And said we not on the graphic. I'm about to say, man, I ain't even showed the graphic yet. Nobody has seen. The only person that has seen it is my wife. Literally, because she.
I think he's talking about the thumbnail. Did you leave Texas logo off the thumbnail?
I didn't purposely try to do that, man. I didn't purposely try to do that. I'm sorry for doing that. If you feel some type of way, but I'm about to bring it up after I introduce the guys. And Bishop is in the chat too, so make sure y'all tell a friend, come over here. And we're going to talk about it. And there he go right there. Bishop, what's going on,
What's going on, fam?
Bishop.
What's good, Coach I?
What's up?
Man, live large, supercharged. Let's get into this.
Oh, yeah, man. Since you were the first person, man, y'all already know our good old Oklahoma friend and brother Bishop is up in the building, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys, man. Good to be seen, for real.
Got
brother.
Got Coach Shawn up in here, HBCU's finest, man, former running back and graduate Alabama A&M. About to tell it like it is and probably gonna hurt somebody's feelings. Y'all already know, but it don't matter. What's up, Coach Shawn?
What's up with y'all, man? So good to be back, man, especially with my brother Coach I back up in the house, man.
Yo, for sure.
Got my brother Bishop in the house, so you know we gonna get some gumbo. You know what I mean? Much love to everybody for tapping in. Rob, what's up, boy? Patriot Life, Toya, everybody, man. You know what I mean? Good to be back with the fellas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, man, last but certainly not least, our Georgia brethren, man, always showing love up in this thing. Y'all see Georgia all up in there. And it's funny, ironically, the show gonna start off with his team and another team. But y'all already know, man, our good friend and brother from Fanatic Sports, our good brother and friend, Coach I.
What's going on, people? What's going on, man?
Hey, good to see you, peeps.
Hey, good to be here.
And another thing, folks. I didn't want to ask this before we start, just so I make sure, because I made 2 of them just in case, but it had 2 different teams on. Are we going with 97 Michigan, or we going with 2003, 2023 Michigan?
Hey, I sent y'all some stats on both of them.
Even, hey, I got
could 2023 Michigan throw the ball on?
No, but 97 couldn't run on 23.
Steve Hutchinson.
I go with 97 because I'm an old school dude.
Anthony, what that running back was?
I go with the underdog. I go 23. So y'all break the top.
Even the fan. I need y'all to vote in the chat too.
I forgot his name.
Hey, Michigan. I'm gonna go with 97 because I'm a Charles Woodson fan and I'm old school.
I ain't mad at you,
but I can make a case for either one. To be honest with
you, me too.
Well, I think
Brian Greasy versus what's the boy name from 2 years ago? JJ McCarthy.
Yeah. I think we all going 97 Michigan. So I don't have to change anything. We don't have to change anything. And ladies and gentlemen, it's finally about to be revealed. It's about to feel like the college football playoffs when they reveal everything. So
they're going to 24. What?
And this is the bracket right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the official bracket of all of it. That's why I said, just for disclaimer, everybody, this all been I can't even say the word. randomized. I didn't have. I just randomized all these teams.
I don't know. I feel like you like the playoff committee. You putting teams, giving them an easy path to the chip.
I know. See, I got all this stuff.
Hey, good thing I got my Durban on. It's gonna be that type of show.
Oh,
yeah, I'm about to say I randomized the whole thing.
Oh man.
That's tight.
No doubt.
Right. And I got the poll ready for everybody.
Brackets
for everybody to vote on. So it's all randomized.
Oh, that's tight.
That's why I said it took some time to get all the wording and all that stuff right. But hey, we are here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the list right here, and I was gonna just put it in the background. I don't know how look right here. I wish I was go.
Honestly, I think the other way may be better. Unless depends. You know what I'm saying? Just so people can see it. They know us.
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
You know what I said? Let me see how I can fix this.
All I know is it's about to be some splitting up some hairs.
And that's why I said
bracket's top heavy.
There we go.
He's real top heavy. Woo.
Look,
she rough.
You ain't got no choice to be top heavy in this bracket.
Well, some of these
left side rough.
Some of these teams got some cakewalks.
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie. whatever you want to see it, man.
Left side is deadly.
Oh, you even got Indiana?
Hey man, they
only team in history to go 16-0.
You're right.
I have to respect it.
You do. Yeah. Ouch.
So, I want everybody to get a good look. We're gonna start with Georgia and Indiana. 2022 Georgia Bulldogs versus the 2025 Indiana Hoosiers. So the thing how it's gonna work, everybody, before I bring out the polls for y'all to vote on it. Everybody just making their case on who you think needs to move on. Well, I think I know what Coach I gonna go with this one. I don't know where anybody else gonna go with this.
And tell why.
We gotta tell why. Got to build your case.
And then I'm gonna drop the poll. Everybody vote. Then we just move on, so on and so forth. So everybody got a good look at it. And here we go, man.
Well, I'm going Georgia 2022, man. Come on, man. Stetson Bennett, back-to-back national championship quarterback, man. I mean, it is what it is. Indiana, Indiana did what no other team has had the chance to do, to be honest with you, other than the people that was in the playoffs this year. I respect them for it. And but there was late additions for a reason to the list. You see what I'm saying? We all know what Georgia 2022, how we was smashing folk, to be honest with you. And Indiana had a lot of close calls this year. Now I don't know what they points per game, average margin is. I got my stat team looking that up right now. But you know what I'm saying?
Salute stat guy.
Right. I think if we think about it, think about who they had to be again. Indiana beat some people in the playoffs this year that was good, but I don't know if any of them was as good as the Ohio State team from 2022. You know what I'm saying? That Ohio State team that Georgia beat, by them missing the field goal at the end. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if we had lost that game, Ohio State would have been on this list as the 2022, champions for all time or whatever. So I think the fact that we lost 15 first rounders out of the 2021 class, 15 draft picks off of that 2021 team, they still went back to back, shows how good that 2022 team really was. Not to mention they had the greatest margin of victory in the national championship ever. So that's just some surface level. Surface level, you know what I'm saying? If somebody wanted to come up with Indiana, we got some backup stats for that.
I think one of the most memorable things about that whole national championship, man, the guys eating chicken wings at the end of the game.
Right.
Yeah. Right. No doubt. No doubt.
I was like, man, these boys are really just sitting over here eating chicken wings on the sideline, embarrassing these boys. Right. Which we all should have known that was going to happen anyway.
Right.
I knew it was going to be an embarrassment, but I didn't know it was going to be a slaughter, and that's
right. Right. I was actually in LA for the Natty that year, and as the game, it was like 2 hours before kickoff when we was riding to the stadium, and I'm like, it's kind of scary how much better we are than TCU. And I was like, they was the comeback kids all year, beat that Michigan team, they jumped out early on them. You know what I'm saying? And then when we jumped out on them, I was like, "Woo, it's getting ugly quick in here." I was like, like Brinsky said, they eating chicken wings in the end of the third quarter. I'm like, this ain't looking good for the TCU people, man. The Big 12 definitely did not have a good showing that night.
No, at all. Yeah.
But what's going on, Toya? She spoke to me earlier. I want to get
of course. Toya up in this thing, man. Bama up in this thing. Good to see everybody. JJ up in this thing. Now I said, man, let everybody know in the Discords everywhere. Come on over here so we can have this discussion. They can put their votes on. I feel you, JJ. That's exactly how I feel too. I'm going by how the thing just set up, man. And of course, my wife is a Georgia alum. Of course, she's gonna say move on with them. So that's no surprise there. So let me drop this poll in here. I don't think we gotta spend too much time on it. Y'all already know what to do. It's fan interaction. So you just type in 1 for Georgia and 2 for Indiana. I don't think
Indiana wouldn't be able to run the ball in that Georgia team.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm always defense first, and that Georgia 22 was that was a masterpiece of how to develop a team all the way around.
That team, Bishop, would make what's his name, the quarterback that just went
Fernandez or whatever.
That would make Fernandez a plat to play. Dude did a lot of RPO stuff, a lot of one read stuff.
Right.
With that defensive front, he's gonna have to play quarterback. Like you would have to be.
Thank you. That's what I was saying.
Stuff ain't working against those guys. That I don't even think that game would be. I ain't gonna say. I think they would beat them by more than 7. I tell you that. I just
right. I don't know. I ain't saying we beat them like TCU, but it wouldn't be. I don't think it'd be like the Bama Georgia classics and nothing like that, where whoever got the ball last make a run. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it'd be I feel like going into the fourth, we already know who's gonna win the game.
Yeah,
and it's pretty overwhelming. This one, that's why I said, bro. I did not set it up. That's how they set it up, and I feel the same way in a lot of ways, man. I feel like he made the plays what he needs to play. I got to give him credit.
Right.
Right,
but I'm not the biggest fan. That's why I said if I was a Raiders fan and we had the number one pick, I would not want him as my number one.
Right.
So overall,
I feel like he was good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was a little bit better than the game manager, but he wasn't on Stetson level. So.
I saw the Ohio State game with that defense, and one or two things go back wrong, that game would have went the other way. And Georgia's defense is significantly better than the one that was on the field there. So I saw the Penn State game. I know it was on the road and everything, but no, I don't think that beat that Georgia team. I don't. Easy peasy.
Right.
Oh yeah. So
you know what I think the truth of the matter is what they presented in the front four for Georgia would stifle the run and make Mendoza prove that he was a Heisman that everybody said he would. And I just don't think they have it to do.
Yeah.
So that's I had a score 27-14 if they played.
Yeah, man. No,
Georgia.
I just don't see it at all, man. And I will throw this little disclaimer out there too. Thank God we didn't play them that year. I think they would have got us. I think they would have got us that year. I ain't gonna lie. I guess sometimes you just got to be real about it. I think that was one of the.
I'll say this: I think we had the better team, but again, I know how the history with Bama go. It don't just because we got the better team don't always mean. I'm glad. Let's just say I'm glad we didn't have to play y'all.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been another defense of that caliber of depth. You can go starting 11 with a couple team, but depth that Georgia team had, like you pull Jordan Davis off, you put this dude in. It ain't been no team like that since then, bro. Not with that depth on that side of the ball. That defense was crazy, bro.
Yeah, they would have forced them past that ball.
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is, until I was looking, I like do my research, and I know 21 had the all-time defense and all that, but 22's run defense was better than 21's run defense, and I didn't know that until I was looking it up.
Wow, look at that. See, man,
I think that's a testament to how y'all offense played too.
And the offense was in 22 was on another. Like I felt like the offense in 21 benefited from the defense. Like our average starting position was number one in the nation in 21, 45 yard line. You know what I'm saying? But in 22, that offense was humming.
That whole team was, bro.
So,
oh yeah, man. So, we already knew. Well, I knew this was gonna happen. Georgia was gonna move on from that one.
Yep.
And just as a final result, 12 votes for Georgia, 0 votes for Indiana.
Yeah.
I think.
Hey man, just like anything, we know it's about matchups. I do think it's one or two teams on this list that Indiana team would beat, though.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say that.
And then we can definitely talk about that. And also, man, I want people to throw out their honorable mentions. Like I said, I didn't put no team. It's only one team in the 80s. Only one team.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think y'all probably should have went with 2000 Oklahoma.
Thank you.
Hey, 2000.
Y'all putting it together.
I asked Jason, man. That's what Jason said. But he said 2000. He said people sleep on the 2000 team too. So Bishop, since you up here, you made that
Oklahoma better than 85 Oklahoma, dog.
Well, put it like this: 85. I don't think that offense of the Wishbone would, by that time, I don't think it would hold true to anybody that would have played against it. I just think that 2000 team, as what they had to run through to get to that national title, and then nobody gave them even an opportunity. They already had Crown Winky in them as the national title because he was the Heisman, and then the whole topic was Snoop Menace can't play and da 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 da. They didn't even think that they could win the game, and to go third. Go ahead.
So we going 2000? I can change it.
I think this is one of the big reasons why I think so. You can't be in the running for greatest team ever if you lost a game. That's what I'm saying. You lost a game. 85 lost a game. 2000 didn't. But
that's just my opinion. Hey, if you already had it set up, hey.
No, trust me, it can be changed. Trust me, we ain't even made it to y'all yet, so just
but let's keep it as is. But I'm just saying,
I want 2000. I want the best of the best. What you feel like is. So we'll get there.
I'm with Bishop.
All right, cool.
2000.
Next one up,
my squad.
1995 Nebraska Cornhuskers against those 2004 Auburn Tigers.
Blowout.
Let me give a soliloquy before they vote.
Just no. This the whole point before the polls even come up.
I took a note on this just so I could say it. You know what I mean? I want people to put their football caps on. I know the brothers up here already know. I want y'all to think about this. You know, we've been winning championships at Bama, dominant defense in some years dominant offense. You know what I mean? Think about what I'm about to tell you. I want y'all to think about this. Nebraska Cornhuskers put together one of the most dominating seasons in college football history. Right. Think about this. They averaged the average margin of victory was right at 40 points, about 39 points. So that's everybody they beat, right? They was averaging 53 points per game, man. 53 points per game, right? While only giving up 14. This is the highest average scoring margin of a modern national championship of a regular season from one game to the last national champion. And they did it while resting their starters 9 of 12 games. In the second half, their starters was rested. Think about this. They had 0 close games. Their smallest margin of victory was 14, and it came against Washington State, who had a good team that year. They never trailed in the fourth quarter. They played 6 teams that was in the top 25. 4 in the top 10 the last couple of weeks. Think about that now. 4 teams. I can let you know the teams if y'all want to know. 4, not the top 25, but 4 in the top 10, right? Blowing all of them out by an average of 49 points, right? Think about this. Offensive line, 12 games. Didn't give up 0 sacks. None. All year long. Not one damn sack, right? They averaged 7 yards per carry. They averaged 399 yards, almost 400 yards rushing, right? They scored 51 rushing touchdowns while only giving up 6. That's offense, that's defense. Listen to your special teams over here. They only averaged they held opponents to a grand total of 12 punt return yards, only because they only punted 5 times. Put 5 times, bro, all season long. Think about that. Look these stats up. Think about this. The Florida team that they faced in the national championship, nobody played them close. They smoked everybody. That fun and gun with 2 first-round wide receivers and Riedel Anthony and Ike Hilliard. Them boys was about it. They ran through the SEC, started calling their offense the fun and gun because nobody could do nothing with that offense. At Nebraska played them dudes and dropped 524 yards on them, man. Beat them 62-24. I'm talking about whipped them, whipped them. No other team, including 2001 Miami or 2019 LSU, beat elite competition from day one to day last like that team. And if you go to YouTube and watch them, that option, Tommy Frazier, the defense, both their corners was 6'2", right? These dudes was in my lifetime. I always tell people I'm not taking nothing from LeBron. LeBron is a great athlete, the best of his generation. But in my eyeballs, in my lifetime of living, I've never seen nobody better than Michael Jordan. Just me, right? You may see differently, respectfully. For this Nebraska team, as a child and growing up, I've never seen a better football team than them. The 94 team was damn good too. They won too. But that 95 team and the option, think about the style of offense they run. You ain't got to have the best team. You ain't got to have the best athletes. That style of offense would give anybody problems to this day. This is one of the few teams that was big up front. They was fast in the linebacker spot with Trev Alberts and them boys. They was physical. They had a real fullback. And they would give these teams problems today. What do you see winning now? Physicality. What made Georgia so good? What made Bama so good? They weren't trying to fool you. They weren't trying to fool you. Give me one of these trickeration teams, these fun and guns that's done won a championship of late, right? So you give me 95 Nebraska against anybody, and that's what I'm going with.
Well, we know who he. No surprise here, but we're gonna find out when everybody else think. But I know what Bishop going and all that with this one. Or do I?
No. Yeah. Let me fix my mouth. This is a Sooner gonna say it.
Yeah. I know it.
Nebraska Cornhuskers.
And boys are different.
95 was no joke.
Yeah, man.
What he was just laying down was documentation that beats conversation. You can't argue with it.
Yeah. And they beat 4 top 10s, bro. 4 top 10s. I can list the teams for you. That and slaughtered them with no close game.
When we say they straight gumbo fired everybody. It wasn't no ifs, ands, and buts. You came on that field, you were already trembling because you knew you had to be on your A game to even be in the game.
Yeah. Great pass defense, great run defense. That option with Tommy Frazier, he could throw the ball. That 75-yard bomb against Florida. That 75-yard run against Florida. Like you pick your poison, bro. Look what what's the little guy from Vanderbilt? Pavia, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
When you run that style of offense against the better, you can have all the athletes you want on defense, bro.
Right,
you can have all the first rounders you want. If you out of position, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Right.
Coach I.
This is a blowout.
Yeah.
Nebraska 95.
Yeah, that ain't even no.
This would look worse than the TCU Georgia 2022.
That's what I was thinking too. Absolutely.
I wouldn't go that far.
Wouldn't
go that
far. Live and in person. Tommy Frazier. I'm trying.
Dude. Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy Frazier. Shout out to him.
Oh man, Cadillac and Randy Brown wouldn't stand a chance, bro.
I guess that the black shirts. Them boys.
Let's stop it, man. Y'all I'm not saying that. I'm still picking Nebraska, but we acting like those boys. We talking like these boys some scrubs. Like, no.
I'm talking scrubs, but
man, listen here with Junior Rose Green, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown, all them boys. Like, come on, man.
That 13 personnel, them 2 types, they kill them dudes, man. They would kill them dudes. I promise you. You gonna have to spread them boys. I would say LSU would have a better chance than that style. But that style you playing right what they used to.
Right.
You know?
They gonna try to out Nebraska.
Look at Colorado. That year Colorado was awesome. They and they whipped them boys, man.
Oh, they dogged them out. They did more than whip. They dogged them out.
Colorado ain't that 04 Auburn team.
And out of all the teams that you put on the list, and everybody's seen it, Auburn had the least amount of margin of victory out of all the teams. So they had more close games than anybody in their season, and not all those teams were good. So I think 04 was good, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know if 04 could beat 10 Auburn with Cam Newton. And
no, they definitely beating 10 easily.
What?
They beat 10 easily.
That defense for 10 was like that.
No, the 10 defense was awful.
Well, Nick Fairley was like that. How about that?
Nick was that dog. Nick was that beast.
Ted speak on this all the time, man. That's why I was like, and you go back and look at them boys were awful. But Nick Fairley was like that. But man, ain't nobody stopping running Brown in there. But I'm about to bring out the polls for this one. Anyway, let's see what the people say. Y'all already know the routine. 1 for Nebraska, 2 for Auburn. But this kind of was expected too. That's why I said certain teams. That's why I said the first round, man. First round always a little smooth round. Everybody, it's all smooth and dandy and all that good stuff. I like that. Nice and smooth. No arguments for real. But we ain't just downright disrespectful saying TCU style is almost, oh my God.
No, Nebraska, that 95 Nebraska.
I don't care, man. There ain't gonna be no TCU type stuff.
Okay, maybe we're being a little bit, but they won't be too far off now.
What was the margin of victory in 2012 when Bama beat Notre Dame in match? I tell y'all. Was it like 30 or 40?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go that way. We'll say
I'm about to say Auburn would beat
we'll say 95 Nebraska will beat 2004 Auburn the way Alabama beat Notre Dame and Matt Tatea.
Yeah, I don't think they stand a chance against that squad, bro. I seen some great running backs in that style that they ran. I don't see it. I just don't.
And
See
it,
it. I don't
But
see
and it wasn't. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't just the offense though. That Nebraska defense was
fact.
like that.
Yeah, bro. Them dudes. I in my lifetime, I've never seen a team like that. What they done to Florida ran through the SEC, guys. I don't know if people remember that.
A hot knife through butter.
Riedel Anthony and Ike Hilliard wasn't no joke, man. Them dudes, they was beating people so bad, people was getting mad at Steve Spurrier.
This was my freshman year in college, dog, and I watched 95 Nebraska. And
Florida
was at.
They was like that. Yeah, man.
It was like that. Chris Doran was like that. It wasn't just Riedel.
17 touchdowns.
Right. Ike Hilliard, Riedel Anthony, Chris Doran.
And don't forget, Fred Taylor was the running back of that team.
I know. Man, trust me, that was the one time they actually played in Athens. Yeah, my freshman year, and it wasn't good.
I was like,
it wasn't good.
Them dudes was just too physical, too good, man. It just was.
And let me see what this one. With this one, of course, another runaway 10-0. Y'all already know what the results came up with.
Yeah. Move 95 moves on.
Mm-hmm. But the next one, I think is very, very interesting.
Who is it?
I think this was. I think I got my winner, but it'll be closer than the previous two matchups.
That's a whole fact.
I'm trying to see why this thing. There you go. That's probably why it ain't working.
Because this would be interesting. This would be strength on strength right here. That's why I think this would be a good game.
Here we go.
I think they win by 2 touchdowns, 19.
I ain't as high on. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not as high.
Oh no, Charles Wilson in that secondary. It wasn't just him.
I get you.
Tough.
Yeah,
I get you.
And this is what I want to say. Again, I would pick LSU 2019. That's what I'm gonna say. But
yeah,
I think people because their offense was so prolific, I think people overestimate the team. Like it wasn't just the offense. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You got to account for the defense.
Yeah.
They started the year off where them in Texas was trading blows. I think they scored like 200 together. And then Alabama almost beat them in 2019. Auburn almost beat them in 2019. So it's not
that was hands down, which I consider the most talented game of athletes ever.
Right. The Alabama LSU game. Mm-hmm. Right.
So but that's not really that's not a knock.
Right. That's no, it's not a knock. I'm just saying, like, when you talking about all these other teams, all these other, like, people say, it's people, of course, mostly LSU fans say they the best team ever. I'm like, bro, y'all wasn't even dominating in the whole year. Like, y'all was scoring on everybody, but
they getting mixed up with the offense. Yeah.
No, Auburn almost beat them, and Auburn was trash that year.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Go back and look at the Auburn.
Hey, I remember the Auburn game. I can't remember where they played it. I think they played in bad.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like when we talking about 2020 Alabama, when we talking about 22 Georgia, when we talk about 95 Nebraska, like these teams and other teams on the list, it didn't matter where you played. It didn't matter if you was playing in Auburn or if you was playing in LSU. The offense was elite. That I don't know if we see outside of 95 Nebraska. I don't know if I've seen another offense.
Yeah, facts. I say that.
Alabama 2020 and LSU 2019. Those offenses were immaculate. But yeah, I think LSU wins, but I think it's a close game.
I'll say this.
Go ahead.
They secondary was Andre Weathers, Tommy Hendricks. I remember them boys from the league. Charles Woodson. Them boys had a secondary, bro. All them boys was about it. They running back, Anthony Thomas, called him A-Train. This big boy, he was toting that PO, man.
Right. I give it to LSU because of Joe Burrow. That's really why. Because they was going to score,
right? But I can't sit there act like Michigan wasn't going. Man, Michigan was physical back then, bro. They was physical, man. That's back. That brand of football back then would expose you if you was too finessey. If you was too finessey and your linebackers wanted to run and sideline to sideline, but they didn't want to field, bro, you get ran over. We saw that in the Indiana game and in Alabama. Back then, your linebackers had to be able to step up and fill a gap. That was what it was back then. Coach I. Bishop, y'all be sharp. Linebackers back then, you had to be a physical individual to play in the middle, especially in the middle. because everybody was toting the peel back then. 12 personnel, 13. They was running downhill back then. So you see that brand of football today, and teams that are successful doing it. Hell, they the ones who winning. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I know. All that old mistrickeration, sideline to sideline, that's cool to win a couple games. But when you run into like talent, another team that's just as talented as you that can run the football, we saw it against we've lost the 2 Big Ten teams the exact same way. Look how we lost to Michigan. All they did was line up. They didn't do nothing special, and they ran the ball right at us with Blake Corum. We played Indiana. They've been RPOing all season.
That would have to be 97's method game strategy is to run the ball to keep the LSU
shorten the game.
Yeah, keep them off the field because that. Like I said, I think LSU had because Charles Woodson in the secondary was good, but then they had Randy Moss' son. I forget he played like
tight end.
Yeah, and he would have gave the linebackers some
issues.
And then Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was really versatile. And then at the end of the day, like I say, Joe Burrow is better than Brian Greasy. I think.
I pick LSU to win this game.
No, I say I think I was saying I think it was Brian Greasy. I wasn't saying I think it was Brian. It didn't matter who was lining up for Michigan quarterback. Joe Burrow was better.
Yeah, facts.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. This game is not even close. It's not even not even close. Not even a little bit. That's cool. Charles Woodson on that side. Okay.
You think hold on, B-Sharp. You think LSU's defense that year, which wasn't in the top 5 in LSU in the SEC that year, would be able to stop them too. Mind you, they run the ball, they gonna shorten that thing.
So what we're saying is LSU's defense probably wouldn't have been able to stop Michigan as like a lot. You see what I'm saying?
As
like
much.
They definitely stopping Brian Greasy.
But no, there was a running team though. There was a running team.
They can stop.
LSU, LSU defense, they was formidable at best in 2019.
Yeah, they were just outscoring everybody, man. Right. Couldn't keep up with them.
Because their defense was on the field a lot because we keep scoring.
That Michigan team was no joke, man. I think they would get that LSU team problems on the other side of the ball. And Michigan's defense that year was very good, very, very good. So I think LSU win the game, but I think it'll be close. I ain't gonna
97 Michigan only gave up 9.5 points a game, though.
Yep. I think
again, they didn't face the offense.
That's cool. What was their best offense that they went against?
Right. But LSU that year outside of Alabama, did Alabama have a good defense in 2019?
They had players.
Right. So what defense did they beat up on? So you say what offense did 97 Michigan go against? What defense did LSU 2019 off?
That Clemson team that they went against that year was undefeated, and they weren't giving up that much.
Yeah, but they wasn't that good because they had just lost the four Power Rangers up front, all got drafted, so they had a brand new defensive line.
Yeah,
they was just outscored. Look at the scores. Look at the schedule.
They didn't fall off at all. Look
at the schedule. They was just outscoring everybody. They wasn't stopping nobody. you know,
they only averaged 21 points a game. Hold on. Just got to bring him up since he just not in here. He missed 2 of the arguments, and one of them was his team. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know Mr. SEC season himself, Mr. Auburn man himself. Tez, what's going on, brother?
Man, what's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
What up,
Tez? Man?
I'm late, man.
Oh, no, man, it's all good. It's all good. Now, we're in the middle of this one, man. They trying to make an argument for 97 Michigan. I haven't brought out the poll.
To keep it close.
No, to keep it close. We all picked LSU.
They making too much of a case to me. I'm calling that.
Hold on, Ted. Before be sharp trying to be sharp you.
Yeah, man.
Look, facts. Look, Ted. What we saying is we all agree. We think LSU will win that football game. But what we saying is, remember, we get mesmerized by that 2019 team because of the points they scored, the offensive stats that they put up. That team was formidable at best on defense. They gave up some points on defense. This 97 Michigan team with A-Train Thomas, they could run the damn football, bro. They was like that.
Very physical.
And their defense was like that with Charles Woodson and Weathers, Andre Weathers, and Marcus Ray. Them boys in the back was good. What we saying is this team would shorten the game to a certain extent. LSU would outscore them. We believe that. But I just don't think it'd be no blowout. I just don't think that 97 team was physical, bro. They would play keep away with that team, and I don't know if LSU would keep them off the field as much. It
would look like the Auburn game, the Auburn LSU game in 2019, where they won by 3 points.
That's what Coach I said. That's what Coach I just brought up.
And Auburn, that's what I'm saying. Like they beat Bama by 5, they beat Auburn by 3, they beat Clemson by 17, they beat Florida by 2 touchdowns. So it's not like they was wiping the floor with everybody. That's what I'm saying. I think they're a great team, but I think people get too encompassed with the offense. It's like, but their defense, Texas, they only beat Texas by 7, and it was a 45-38 game. And that Texas team, again, they didn't do nothing in the playoffs or nothing like that. And Vandy scored 38 on them.
We scored 41 on them.
This wasn't Pavia and Vandy. This was just Vandy.
We got Tua back there. We got Judy back there. We got Smitty back there. We got Water back there.
But that's the only one you can explain away, though. Just the Alabama's the only one you can explain away why they were giving up points.
What other team y'all said? Auburn.
Auburn. Vandy scored 38.
Them. They had a prolific offense that year.
But the
Vandy scored 38.
The Auburn game was different from what y'all talking about. You're talking about teams that scored a lot of points. They only scored 23 points. We stifled the offense in that game, which was surprising.
And they gave up 38 to Texas. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Michigan gonna tote that rock. 13 personnel. We coming down here.
Look when that game was, man. That game was like at the beginning of the year, man.
Again.
And then when they got their rhythm.
That game was mid-season.
That game wasn't no mid-season. That Texas and
Texas game.
I thought you talking about Auburn. I thought you talking about Auburn.
No,
the Texas
game was mid-season.
Yeah.
And just to point out, that Clemson defense was ranked number 3 nationally, holding opponents under 14 points a game. Efficiently, they were ranked number 2 in the country, and they dropped 50-something on them.
Where was Vandy's offense ranked? That scored 38.
The score is 42-25.
I'm talking about Clemson.
The 42-25.
That's what I'm like, man. We ain't about to. Hold on, I'm about to bring it.
But that 2019 Clemson, like I say, it was all right.
I can't.
The poll is
out. The poll is out. Let the people.
Everybody, hey, when they played Ole Miss 58-37, they gave it like dog. You gave up 37 points, dog. That's what I say. Like Coach Shawn say, they was just outscoring
everybody. Just like they offense was great.
And then to point out their defense, they just gave up 21.9 points a game.
That's a lot. For a team trying to be considered the best team ever, 21 points is a lot, dog.
Bro, folks lying in this chat, bro. Come on.
You see, I try to tell you, dog. It ain't just us. It ain't just us, dog.
They just don't like LSU.
I don't like. I'll keep it a bean. It don't matter if Florida.
Put it in the chat then. Put it in the chat. Let me see if it's real.
I gotta join. Hold on, I gotta join the chat. I'm not even in the chat. Hold on.
Let me get in the chat.
Let's stop playing.
I don't know if it's gonna be cut and dry like that. Like
like Brisket said. Tez Brisket said this is gonna be a blowout.
I'll put it like this: whoever Charles Wilson on, guess what? Let's just say he on Jamar Chase. Yeah, well, you got to worry about Terrence Marshall playing the slide. You got to worry about Justin Jefferson right there. You got to worry about Pat Moss over there. Then you got to worry about Clyde Edwards over there.
And then they got to stop Michigan.
Man, they got to stop A-Train.
If it was that easy to predict games, we'll all be rich. We just look at the schedule and say they got to worry about them. They got to worry about them. We got to worry about them and then bet accordingly. But it don't work like that.
I see. I put my.
They got to get on the field. They got to keep that offense on the field. That's
here's a stat for you. 2019.
I'm sorry,
Ted. My fault. I ain't talking. My bad.
Oh no, it's all good. I'm just saying that offense is going to be on the sideline majority of that game.
See that because of the type of play that Michigan is playing, they're going to run the ball. And the problem was LSU couldn't get off the field on a lot of these teams. At least 6 teams on it. So if you're listen, it don't do no good to have Michael Jordan on the team if he on the bench. You know what I'm saying? That's how that LSU offense is. If you can't be on the field.
If you think that when you think nobody else would have figured that out in the season, like, all we got to do is just keep these guys.
But they didn't have the defense, they didn't have a running offense. Like the only team on that schedule outside of Alabama, and the game was close. Auburn figured out a way to slow them down, and I'm pretty sure, Tez, I don't know if you remember play by play. Offense. Right, but did y'all keep their offense off the field or get them off the field?
Yeah, we ran
get them off the field and ran the football.
That's my point. That LSU championship team was ranked 12th in the SEC, giving up 154 yards a game.
They had a bunch of yards.
So I'm telling you, 97 Michigan would have ran the football on this team. I don't think they would have.
We're not saying they would have won.
Nah, because at some point, they would have outscored them at some point. But a blowout, I don't know if I agree with that.
Right, Vols M4M. Yes, they dog walked Georgia in the SEC championship. I saw you commented something earlier. I guess you wanted me to see. I guess. But the 2019 only thing Georgia offense had was DeAndre Swift, and if you load the box, it didn't matter because he's the only thing we had. So
that's what
saying you dog walk Georgia, that's not doing anything. I know you're a Vol fan and you want to get your comments in there, and I see you. But hey, I never said that Georgia did anything. Yeah, Georgia's strategy was to go in there, but then DeAndre Swift couldn't run the ball because then he got hurt. I want to say in the first quarter or something like that. I don't know, but Georgia 2019 to me, they made it to the SEC championship by the skin of their teeth. I'm just gonna keep the butt with you.
Only thing I'm gonna tell you, they last 3 games, they slaughtered everybody in front of them. Georgia, Clemson,
Oklahoma,
and Clemson.
Yeah,
slaughtered.
No doubt.
Time matter.
No doubt. Again, when we talking about buying for the best ever.
You're right.
We talking about doing it from the start of class to the end of class.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
No argument here.
Yep.
The one on this one, 10-4 LSU. So LSU is moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on from that one. And of course, the very next one, let's see who we got here. 2008. I messed that up all together. Hold on. Let me fix that. It said 2000. Oklahoma. Yeah, 2000 Oklahoma. Let me add that back on there. Okay, that should be straight now. All right, there we go. Now, this one is interesting to me, but I don't even think this
show the graphic for some of the ones that might just be tuning in.
Oh, yeah. For the people that just tuning in, make sure you tell a friend. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you, Coach. I didn't even think about it. This is the graphic right here for greatest team ever. It took a lot of time. Shout out to ChatGPT on this. I can't take credit for this. But
you put the prompts into the ChatGPT.
Hey man,
we got Nebraska in the first round.
Everybody.
Oh yeah, Ted. Yeah. I told him it was top heavy, Ted. I said it's top heavy out here.
Everybody. Hey, bro, I can show you the text message. The thing I said, randomize all this, and that's what it did. I was like, okay. Hey, Ted, hold on. Since they want to, Ted, they said since. Before we go any further, they said your 2004 Auburn team would get boat raced like TCU got boat raced by Georgia by that team. Do you agree with that?
By Nebraska?
95
yes, sir.
I
said hell no.
We have a tough time in that game.
we got to always think about the why. The why is important.
They gonna run the hell out of the football. Yeah, I don't know. It probably be.
I said then I said, well, maybe
21.
I said more like it might more look like
it's just not a good matchup for that 04 team. Like
Alabama,
I would argue if you put the 2013 team out there, then you'll have a better football game. Because they're gonna run similar styles, option football. They're gonna want to run the ball. That 2013 defense
put them into some precarious situations. Not just running downhill off tackle.
That's what I'm saying. Like you just run off tackle at the 95.
Offensively, defensively, I think that we could be decent enough in that game. Because like I don't think in 04 we only gave up 20 points, over 20 points once, and that was the Tennessee in the SEC championship.
Don't worry. That's why I say I loving all this because I know for future shows, people from these teams, because I know one is lined up because it's one of my partner's best friends. I ain't gonna even spoil that one yet. Now I'm about to say, and he was on one of these teams. He ain't not for this game, but on that would have gave it away. Yeah. But when he come on here, I know. I say I'm gonna see what he say about his team. So anybody I bring up for these teams, I'll be like, "How would your team do against this team?" Let's see what they be honest about it. But we'll see.
They're not.
Of course
they're not.
But 2008 Florida versus 2000 Oklahoma. Okay, I had to go back forward with this. But
I got some stats for you, buddy.
But I'm not picking nobody. I'm not picking them. I'm not picking them.
No, come on, Shawn.
I tell you who I pick.
I know who I pick, but it's a close one.
I'm picking the team that had the top 4 scoring offense and the top 4 scoring defense. Right? Average margin of victory was 30 points a game. Special teams ranked in the top 5 all season. Red zone defense was 46%. I'm going with Florida. No, outside of Nebraska and Bama and Georgia, there might be Florida. That 2018 might be one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'm about to say something else.
I'm just going to play a little devil's advocate. Just play a little devil's advocate. Go back and check the schedule and see did they win all their games in 2008?
I don't even remember.
Only lost one.
Who did we lose to? Who did they lose to?
Ole Miss.
That's cool.
Okay. But you can't be one of the best teams ever if you can't even clear your schedule, dog.
Can you be the best team if you lose?
You can't. You can't. You can be the best team that year, but you can't be in the conversation, dog. Come on.
I didn't know they lost.
They lost to Ole Miss. Ole Miss was 5-3 in
Florida never had an undefeated season in their program. And that team would beat a lot of these teams on here.
But I think the 08 Florida team was really good, but I think again, sometimes like what happens during the season, perception gets skewed because Tim Tebow made that the famous "we will be better going forward" and all that. Because you know why? Because Ole Miss went out there and beat them. So right now, I can tell you, 08 Ole Miss is better than this team. And you can't argue with me. We got proof. There's literally proof.
You can say somebody beat somebody, but don't mean they're better than them.
Okay, so if they played again, who has more proof to say they would beat?
If they played again, it wouldn't even be close.
But that's just like you projecting
because they seen how they played them the first time. They seen
at the end of the day, Ole Miss beat them, and it wasn't a good team. They wasn't even a good team.
I guess it got to count in this kind of conversation. When you talking about
in this conversation, you talking about the greatest of all time. 2008 can't be greatest of all time when they wasn't even the greatest to beat Ole Miss.
Yeah, like, got to count. You got when you splitting hairs. I guess you got to take everything. I didn't know they lost that year. So
they lost to Ole Miss. Ole Miss was 5-3 in the SEC.
So let me switch then, B. Shaw.
That doesn't mean nothing. I can literally make an argument for every sport and for anything. Like you're going to there's only like they never had Florida never had an undefeated season in their school's history.
Which means
but that team, if I told you that team, if I line them up against a bunch of folks, you think that team's gonna beat them? And this team's on this list. They literally have probably one of the best defenses of all these teams on here.
Well, I mean,
you act like do you know the score to that Ole Miss game?
I don't know, but I know they lost to them, and Ole Miss was just an average team. See, like with LSU 2019, they struggle with Auburn, but they beat Auburn. They struggle with these teams. Some teams they beat.
It helps with your case. It helps with your case to be undefeated. That's why
it is. Again, they was the best team. Obviously, they won the championship. So, but in 2008, it was still BCS. It wasn't playoff style, so we don't know. All I'm saying is they won the championship. I get to them, but you can't be in the running. In my personal opinion, you can't be in the running for greatest team ever if you lost the game. Because if you was the greatest team ever, you wouldn't have lost the game.
So that's where I'm kind of conflicted at. It's like, is it just like picking the best teams, or which one of these teams would win on a neutral field?
I'll put it like this.
That's how I was thinking. Yeah,
I think that Oklahoma is probably the better team, but I think that Florida would probably beat them on a neutral field.
They not. Okay, I'll put it like this. If you say
this is kind of how I feel about it.
I'll put it like this. Just off the top of my head, 96 Bulls or 2001 Lakers. I'm just asking. It's a reason why.
96 Bulls. 2001 was Kobe and Shaq, right?
Yeah, Kobe and Shaq.
Like a 7-game series or one game?
No, just greatest team ever. Just
greatest team ever is Bulls.
Bulls.
Well, yeah, I know that. But guess what? The Lakers had a better playoff record than them. They lost one game out of the playoff. Do that make the Bulls any lesser? They lost 3.
I think it would matter if you're trying to compare teams in all-time history. I would almost have to take that into consideration.
Right, they lost.
They lost in the playoffs.
Right. It's about like in the regular season and middle of the season, these dudes lost to Ole Miss, though.
Yeah. I put it like this: the Warriors had a better record than the Bulls, but they ain't win the championship.
We talking about the whole season.
But if they didn't win,
it doesn't matter if you. And my whole thing.
You compare. They're not comparing apples to apples, though, Brent. You compare basketball who play 82 games to a team who plays 13 games. That like we everybody else on the list didn't lose a game on this list, right?
Well, I wouldn't say who the greatest NFL team. Like I know
because there's been no champions that was undefeated outside of like World War II. That's
what matter of fact, would y'all put them Dolphins teams up against any of these? So in consideration, that Dolphins team is the greatest team ever because they went undefeated in the NFL. But I know they not beat none of those Steelers teams in the 70s.
I really don't.
I don't know. That was
what I'm saying. Like that's the logic that we're going by. I'm going by y'all logic. You saying I'm just saying they went undefeated. But so you telling me they're gonna beat the Steel Curtain with Mean Joe Green them? So you telling me they're gonna beat Jerry Rice and Joe Montana them? You telling me they're gonna beat the Dallas Cowboys with Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman? You telling me they're gonna beat Tom Brady and them just because they went undefeated? That makes them the greatest team ever.
No, but what I'm saying,
didn't say I said
undefeated because they was a pretty good team. Like they ain't just go undefeated.
And all those teams,
easy schedule.
To your argument, all those teams that you just named lost to mediocre teams in the season at some point, right?
Yeah, but does that team?
So that means they're beatable. So the Miami team you're talking about was unbeatable because then nobody beat them.
Also, it's hard for me to. Pro sports is different.
Okay.
It's set up to make parity. It's set up to be parity. When you talk about college football, if you talking about the greatest team,
and
I have to weigh that. I didn't know they lost. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. It's a knock on them because they lost.
Just
a
I'm not saying that ain't a knock. That's a great point. That's the whole point of it.
Just a little bit.
Let me ask you this, Coach. Would you still pick, even though considering all that, would you pick Oklahoma on a neutral field against that team? Considering the matchup style of football.
Florida. If you ask me about this one game, I think Florida might beat them. I don't know, right? But if you're asking me to weigh the validity of all time against these other teams, I can't pick them. I can't. How can you? You lost.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah.
Like you ain't the greatest.
That's kind of why I like with it too. I'm looking at the matchups.
I think it's a toss-up. So, like I'm saying, I think it's a toss-up.
I don't know.
I think people underestimate like what 2000 Oklahoma was on offense.
I may be.
Me too.
I'm gonna be totally honest, man. I just off the top of my head, I don't know nothing that Oklahoma, even position wise, that they were better than Florida. It damn sure wasn't nothing on defense. Florida, out of everybody, I think had the best secondary because you got Janoris Jenkins on one side and Joe Hayden on the other side. Brandon Spice in the middle. You got Carlos Dunlap and them boys. Cunningham on the line.
So then maybe they both need to lose.
That's what I said, man. I'm pleading my case. But
mind you, I started this whole debate by saying I was playing devil's advocate. 2008, they was good.
What you did was perfect because it don't need to be no straightforward answer because that was the point of the whole thing. They lost the game. That's enough. I can't take nothing away from that. But just because you took a loss, now if you took 2 losses, now I can't. You see nobody on this list may have 2 losses now. Matter of fact, Florida's the only
team on the list with a loss, right?
With a loss.
That's what I'm saying. It's a big loss.
I'm just saying that the 2000 Oklahoma team
Auburn is the only one that to never win the national championship. Them the only 2 separators. But I gotta respect it. So I'm gonna bring out the poll.
I'm interested to see what the poll gonna say. Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
I think they're gonna go 08. I think they're gonna go 08 Florida. I'm just saying I think people, underestimate the 2000 Oklahoma team.
Because look, how do they look at it? How do y'all look at it in the chat?
You see Jeremy Matthews, major right
play for Florida. Ain't that wasn't that the safety dude?
You can only be after one time.
Stick as a receiver.
What?
Do they look at it as this is one game? Who will win one game?
That's what
they look at it as you're an all-time team.
For those that don't know, Brinsky, for the teams, Brinsky only took the one considered to be the best at that school. So like Alabama only got 1 entry, Georgia only got 1. Every team only got 1 entry.
I try to keep it fair.
I almost made a case, in the group text for 2009 Alabama until I started looking up stuff, and I was like, that 2020 was off the chain.
They offense wouldn't have
done. But that 2009 Alabama was real.
They was real, but I don't want to see.
But right.
That offense.
That
defense was about it, but that offense.
Facts.
Yeah.
Now what I'm saying.
Every school, for those watching, every school only got 1 entry. That's why there's not multiple Alabama teams, multiple USC teams, multiple Auburn teams, multiple Georgia teams.
So far, Florida taking the edge right now.
I think this is how the game would go. Like it'd be back and forth, and the one reason why I do think Florida would win on a neutral field is because Tim Tebow was a winner. Like he wasn't the better quarterback. I'm gonna tell you that he wasn't the better quarterback, but he's the ultimate in college. He was the ultimate winner. So
and they could attack you anywhere on the field with that offense.
And to be real with you, Percy Harvin is like he should be in the conversation for one of the best players ever.
Yeah, X-Factor. That boy.
Percy Harvin. I was so glad to see that dude get drafted. I'm like, he could stop terrorizing Georgia every doggone year.
A simple X end around 12 personnel,
and then they had they had the murderers on the team too.
That dude, man.
They had them. They had some.
Yeah. They had one of the best one of the best tight end rooms ever, dog.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, let's see what the result.
Yeah, I think Florida. Yep, Jeffrey Demps, 200-meter specialist.
Chris Rainey.
Man,
trust me, bro. Me and my partner, we argued about this at the lunch table. It was our senior year in high school, 2008, 2009. Like, man, and I remember in the Montgomery Advertiser, shout out to Montgomery Advertiser. If I can ever find that issue, like leading up into the SEC championship game, they had all the Florida players 40 times on them. And I can tell you, it was magnificent.
It's crazy.
Find that paper.
But remember this now. Remember this now. Keep this in mind. Just because your team got 13 receivers that all went there, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean you can only play 4-5 at a time at one play. You know what I'm saying? You can have the deeper team and still go out there and lose to a team that's more well coached than you.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like when we keep this in mind, let's keep in mind we're talking team, not individual, accolades and stuff. Because we think about basketball, we put together the best team that year in FIBA in 2000, whatever, and then end up getting bronze. You know what I'm saying? Even though individually you look at it, you're like, we shouldn't have lost those. Should have lost that game because it wasn't a good team. You see what I'm saying?
That's a whole fact. Vanderbilt, the scheme they run. I would dare say they don't have one person at no position that was highly rated more than the Alabama guys would. But you know what they did have? They got all these great 5 stars out of position over and over.
There was a better team. You see what I'm saying?
There was a better team. That's what I'm saying about the Nebraska brothers. That stuff they ran, bro, they ran it impeccable. I don't know who would beat them on this. I don't care if you go get Miami. You know what I mean? I saw what they did to the previous Miami. They was super good, slaughtered their ass. So 94.
So
Florida wins.
So Florida wins this 9-2, and This is the next one, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's a very, very good matchup. 2001 Miami versus 2014 Ohio State. It definitely has a lot of talent. I think it's one of the most talented games that I've seen of all of them so far. Of course, a bunch of NFL All-Pros on both sides. Bunch of them. Got Nick Bosa and Michael Thomas on that side, Ezekiel Elliott. I think Denzel Ward was on that squad too.
Yep. 2014 was the year they went through 3 quarterbacks.
Yep.
They beat us.
Yep.
They beat us.
That showed how deep they was. They were JT Barrett, the Cardell Jones, and one more, because Cardell Jones was 3rd string quarterback.
And they 3rd string might have been the best passer out of all of them.
Oh, he was. He was. He might not have been the best.
The other 2 turned into receivers.
Right. Right. Cardell Jones for sure was the best quarterback out of the 3.
Yeah, you got Von Bell, you got Eli Apple, Joey Bosa.
But I'm going 01 Miami.
Yeah, Marshawn Lattimore. Yeah, them boys. Yeah,
me too. If
2014 Ohio?
2014 Ohio State.
They won the daddy.
If Michael Pickens, the tight end, don't drop that ball, we win that game. Blake Sims. So I'm going Miami. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you just talking sheer talent,
they lost to Virginia Tech 2nd game of the season.
Who?
Oh,
there it is.
2014.
There it is.
Lost to Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
Ohio State. They sure did lose.
I'll be honest with you. Even if they was undefeated, I really don't feel like they can play with 01 Miami.
Yeah, I was still gonna go Miami anyway.
01 Miami.
Yeah, I was going
is different. For me, they're in that category with 95 Nebraska.
Yeah, that's a whole fact.
And then I'm about to say that. What I said, yeah. That what I said. Out of all the Ohio State teams, I believe this team dominates the 2002 team, which that shouldn't have won the national championship. By the way, cheaters,
right? But they did beat a talented Miami.
Yeah,
cheaters. No, they some cheaters. Cheaters.
Was that the Maurice Claret?
Yes, the one where he ran the guy down, took the ball back from him.
4th and goal when we could have ended the game. They could have went back to back. Cheaters. Cheaters. I finally went back and watched that game years later. Oh my God, that was so hard to watch. I remember how angry I was.
The 2001 Miami defense had so many pick sixes and scoops and scores that their defense could have outscored 9 of those teams that they played that year.
Yeah, 17 first rounders on that Miami 2001 team, but I know a Bama team and a Georgia team that was tied for 16 first rounders.
Get some.
You know what I'm saying?
Get some.
Real stuff. Real stuff.
So,
over the course of those two
facts.
And it ain't just the first rounders that you have in there. I want to just
right. But we point that out because that's the biggest stat. But you're right. Right. Those Alabama team, Coach Shawn talking about, the Georgia team and that Miami team. When you talk about the whole, like everybody getting drafted, them numbers get stupid.
Yeah, because the one thing that I wanted to point out before I bring up the poll is because people Alabama, Georgia have all these first rounders and stuff, but it's just the first rounders that went in there and the future first rounders that went later. Like, we ain't just talking about some of the best players to play this game.
Look who dominating the Pro Bowls, the Bamas, the Georgias. Look at them. Look what the kids doing in the next level.
Yeah. That's why I said I don't even think it compares to like those guys. Like, man, just Ed Reed alone. When you just see what Ed Reed got drafted to, I don't even know how you fall that far in the first round. That lets you know. This is why I feel like a lot of NFL scouts and executives, they think too hard about just picking players a lot of the time. Like, some of this stuff is not hard. Like, you should just see these guys like, I need that guy on my team. It's no way he should have made it out of the first 10 picks. Yeah. To be drafted almost in the second round is crazy. Just looking back on it, that's almost a given.
Y'all realize when Howard Schnellenberger was at Miami, I read the story where that year he got 34 players and redshirted 30 of them. That'll never happen again in college football
ever.
So that means you're gonna be. So look, to those that don't understand what that means you're ensuring that you're gonna be good for quite some time, bro. People wasn't transferring. When you can take 34 freshmen and you redshirt 30 of them,
damn,
bro, you're gonna be good for the next 4 years.
That's a hell of a step right there.
Yeah, like Willis McGahee and Frank Gore were freshmen on that team.
Yeah, bro. So that'll never happen again, though. Never, ever in history.
No, that was like, man, just I ain't gonna even. I'm gonna save all the people that's not even playing for real, because I believe in 2002, if they wasn't cheated, they would have been considered the greatest team ever because of the talent that was on that team too. Because it's just like, Lord have mercy. I don't even want to talk about it, man. Now, I'm telling you, bro, them boys cheating them, man. To this day, I can't get over that. But there y'all go. Y'all know what to do. It's the poll out there. He just got home.
This was easy.
Yeah, I think this was a runaway. Easy. That's why I said the first round, only one we had a real deep discussion about was the very last one, because Coach Al threw that monkey wrench, and I love it. I love that because it needed to be thrown in there.
There was a good team, though.
Cannon there in 2001. Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm. I want to say total draft picks they had like 43, 44 or something like that.
Because I feel like people get lost in just the like draft picks. It's the quality.
It's the quality of the draft picks.
The quality of those draft picks, like, my goodness.
Because on that 01 team, they had a lot of running backs. Now, in the 01 season, everybody didn't get off, but eventually, you know what I'm saying? You think about all the running backs.
I think Davenport got hurt that year.
So
he got banged up. That's why, if I'm not mistaken.
Because they were kind of splitting it.
McGahee?
Yeah, McGahee was
McGahee was niche.
No, Portis.
No, Portis. Like,
McGahee
what?
ended up playing because
I got you.
Davenport
because Davenport got hurt. Yeah.
But yeah, now I think this one was just talking. So yeah, this one was 8-0, but I know everybody else would have just voted the same way. This is just
Portis, Gore, McGahee, and Davenport was all on that team.
Yeah.
Now, Porter's the only one that got off in 01, but if he hadn't been there, I mean, we saw what the other ones got to do.
It's no question, like with these guys, a lot of the time, man, like we know. But this one is about to be I forgot to type it in, but I'm typing it in right now. Y'all, I know we got a Tennessee guy up in here, so this is about to be interesting. If you didn't see it. And for the people that didn't see the bracket, this is the bracket once again. I'm gonna have to update it down the line.
The Tennessee, the typo is 98 Tennessee.
Yeah,
that's the team with T. Martin.
Okay. Yeah, so big typo. Thank you. This is why we got help here, people, man.
Yep. But I mean, typo or no typo, it's 2020 Alabama.
Yeah.
Hold on, before we go, is that who we got? Hold on,
typo or no typo.
We got to give them the why, though. We got to give them the why.
Unfair matchup for them.
We need to tell them the why. Listen, that 2020 Alabama team, I want you to remember. I want somebody to remember this, man. That to me, and I'll even say this: I don't even think they were the. I don't think they were the most talented Alabama team. I think the 2017 Alabama team was better. The one that had 16 first rounders, through those 2 years. Two quarterbacks, 3 running backs, 4 wide receivers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offensive linemen, Quentin Williams, Patrick Surtain, not Trayvon Diggs, he went second round, but I can give you 16 of these boys that went first round that was on that team that beat Oklahoma when Josh Jacobs ran over old buddy. You know what I mean? I think that team was the more talented, but 2020 did some things that nobody else did. When you look at the COVID year and you look at the stats these boys put up just in 10 games, you look at Mac Jones' stats, what he did that year, playing in 10 SEC games straight, 13-0. I mean, excuse me, not 13-0. What was it? 10-0, 11-0, whatever it was. How many other games we had that year in the SEC? Having the revenge game.
We played 12.
Was it 12 games? Okay, cool.
It was 12 total, wasn't it?
You played 10 in the regular season and played the SEC championship, and then played in the playoffs.
They played the playoffs. We averaged right at 50 points a game that year. Was 49.5 through a full Power 5 schedule. This is the one that get me being an offensive guy. These guys was 58.9% converted. That's like some Indiana stuff. They converted 58.9% of their third downs. That means, bro, you practically never stopped them. we barely punted that year, right? Mac Jones, this dude, 4,500 yard pass and 41 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Devontae Smith, 117 receptions, 1,800 yards, 23 more touchdowns. Najee, 1,400 yard rushing. You had an All-American almost at every position on that team, man, right? And that's with a gimpy Jalen Waddle, right? I can remember Ohio State fans crying about we deserve to be there. Y'all don't play the 6 games. We deserve to be there. We're Ohio State. After the game, well, we did only play 6 games, you know.
Right.
You know, so 52-14, the game wasn't even close. The Bama kids was over there laughing. They wasn't eating chicken wings, but they was in Georgia mode over there. They was laughing and talking. The game was over. Devontae was in street clothes, you know, with his cast on. It was not a game. Justin Fields looking like somebody stole his puppy. It was over with. That team was dominant in every way that you can measure in a season like that. And I would argue that it's harder to win in a season like that when everything is in shambles. Practice time, just hanging out with your teammates. It's hard.
Fans was limited that year.
Fans was limited.
20,000.
Right, and you got to think, you know, that takes away home field advantage in a lot of cases.
Yes, it does. You got to be able to play. You know, so I give that team as much credit as anybody because they dominated. Defense wasn't super great. Kind of mid. I think they was ranked 8th in the SEC. Wasn't great, wasn't the best by far, but that offense damn sure was. Right after LSU come that previous year, we come the next year. Remember, we lost Tua. Tua had left. That was a Mac Jones year. So he was a first-time starter. He played a lot, you know, during Tua's gimpy stage, right? Played in the Auburn game, threw that pick 6. But the dude came back the next season and balled out. Had one of the best seasons QB at Alabama.
The positives about that Tennessee team. Shout out to one of my boys, Shawn Ellis. That defensive line was the D line for the 98 team was like that. They was like that. And then they had my guy number 7. I forget what his name is. Safety. He was I want to say, God, he was super athletic too, man. Let me see. I don't want to get his name wrong. Let me look at the roster for that team. But I think Alabama winning this game. But
was that the John Henderson year, Coach I?
I got
big defensive tackle.
Let me see.
Deion Grant.
Deion Grant. That's him.
Grant.
Deion Grant. Yeah. So
John
Shawn Ellis.
No.
That was. I want to say that was
earlier.
That was earlier. So they had Shawn Ellis, like Ron Green, Corey Terry. But that's the thing. Back in the day, under Philip Fulmer, Tennessee kept. Philip Fulmer kept a defense.
They had Albert Hainsworth and Henderson at the same time.
Travis Henry was on that squad.
It's crazy,
right? The running backs for Tennessee used to stay right too. You know what I'm saying? Like say Travis Henry. Yep. Travis Stevens was good. You know, Jamal Lewis, Peerless Price, Cedric Wilson. Like they had some people now. And to be honest, T. Martin wasn't the passer that Peyton was, but he was an athlete. You know what I'm saying?
So you had to play them different. That's fact.
Right. It changed the way people had to play Tennessee. You got used to 4 years of Peyton just precision passing, and then T. Martin come out.
How you win a national championship over Virginia Tech the year after? If I'm not mistaken, I think it was the year after Peyton left.
Yeah, it was the first year. It was that was Peyton last year was 97.
14 points a game. Yeah.
The deal. I said they cleaned up right now.
Man, I'm gonna pick 2020 Alabama in this game. But I gotta say it, man. Like I'm not as impressed with that team. A lot like Coach Shawn said, in 2017, I feel like it was a better Alabama team than that team. 2020 was a good team.
Offensively.
But I can't look at them and say, did they just, was it that they managed the whole COVID situation better than everybody else? Right? Like I if I'm gonna sit there and
it was
call
Devontae
a run
Smith,
championship
bro.
or butter championship,
I was about to say Devontae went stupid crazy.
It was Devontae
Smith.
Stupid crazy.
True, that's what I'm saying. But if I gotta, when I look at the NBA, and I criticize the Lakers on that championship, like I gotta hold Alabama to the same standard. Great team, but under normal circumstances, going on the road in front of 100,000, they didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? The schedules were different. They have a great program. I want to put it to you like that. Out of
so
all
if you
the
hold on,
teams,
so
their program was the healthiest.
So hold on, if you say,
but I thought Devontae didn't play in the second half of the Natty or something like that.
He didn't. He hit a cast on his hand.
Yeah, so like
no,
he played the first play.
I ain't talking about health, like physical health. I'm
talking
about,
I got you.
Like,
he had 250 and
program.
Receiver.
Right.
So listen, hold up, Tez. So if you
talking about well-run program,
if you hold that, okay, but I thought you meant like my bad. I thought you meant like the rigors of going on the road with the fans. And
no. I'm saying like this program was ran so well that when the COVID thing hit, they had an advantage over everyone else because it's just from top to bottom. 2020 Alabama was already a machine.
Already well.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So
but guess what though?
Where
you still got to play the game. Is that gonna help the DB out there when he in man?
No, not.
I think what you're saying. I think you guys have validity. What you're saying, like they didn't have to. Not that Tennessee would have beat them, but they didn't have to play in 100,000. In front of 100,000 fans or whatever. But also when they came to Tuscaloosa, the other.
That's what I'm just gonna say. Does that help on the other end?
Didn't have to play in front of their fans,
right?
So it's like a give and take.
That's what I was going.
And that defense, like I said, I think the defense for Tennessee was like that, but I think it comes down to a styles make fights type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Al Wilson.
I mean, I picked Alabama to win it, but
right? I think Al Wilson and company was more physical, but like they would have had to cover 2020 more agile, more athletically side to side, you know what I'm saying? And that might have caused some problems for the Tennessee linebackers, you know what I mean? But I think it would be a good game. But I think I'm giving that to 2020.
Yeah, I'm about to put up this so people can vote while I'm
but like I said, that Tennessee team,
I don't even think it's not even my favorite Alabama team, not even close.
See, like I said, I told you my favorite Alabama team that 09. The 09.
That was freshman year.
I had 17. No, my favorite Alabama team is the 92. That's when I was a child. I was, but
that was Shawn Alexander, right?
Tonio Langham, my favorite. Tonio Langham, David Palmer, my favorite Bama players.
The deuce is loose. The deuce is
loose. Yes, made me want to play for Alabama. Them boys right there. But if you're talking about in recent memory, I think the 2017 squad. When you look at who was all on that squad, bro. And you look at the careers them boys had now. Tua was on that squad, Mack was on that squad, Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, Jonah Williams, Jedrick Wills, Alex Leatherwood, Evan Neal, Quentin Williams, Patrick Surtain, and don't even forget Jalen Hurts and Trayvon. Think about your corners that year was Trayvon Diggs and Pat Surtain. You know what I mean? I mean, that team had tons of talent, bro. That was the most talented Bama team as for the next couple years that I think Saban had. And we didn't get it done.
Yeah, and the thing that I always point out with
who won in 2017? No, Clemson won in 2016.
We beat Oklahoma in the first round.
In 2017, we won.
I thought y'all won 2017.
We lost 2016. We won 2017.
2017 and 2018
again in 2018. Then LSU won in 2019.
Yeah, I mean, remember when I say 17, I meant the year. I get so mixed up on that because you play in the next year.
I always go by the year of the team that you play.
I go by the year the regular season is. That's what I'm saying. I'm like Brisket. I go if the regular season was 2017, then the championship happens in 2018, but I don't count.
So all these teams that you see up here, that was their season.
Right. That was their season. So 2017 y'all did win. But I see what you're saying, Coach. You're talking about that 2016. The 2016 team. That's why. That's what's crazy is the 2016 team is, and to be honest with you, when Clemson won both times against Alabama, both of those teams were stacked. That's why Clemson fans hold their championships so high because of the Bama teams that they actually beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and they beat two good ones.
Do y'all think they would have beat them teams? Like in your honest opinion, you think 2020 would have beat that 2017 team?
I don't know. I think the defense.
I don't know.
I think the defense was better on those teams than 2020.
That's facts. Defense was definitely, but I'll say this. I'll step out on a limb and say this. I think this is just me now, another Bama fan. I think Mac Jones was a better college quarterback than Tua was.
Easily. No argument here.
Mac Jones was deadly, bro. 45. That boy was deadly.
That's a high.
That kind of speaks to what Tez was saying, how well oiled the machine was too. You know what I'm saying? Once he got the reins, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Tua had to come in, freshman. He didn't get them sit behind you 4 years and then come out like Matt Jones. So I think Matt Jones definitely was a better quarterback in college. I think part of that is because he got to sit down.
I will say this in Matt's case. I'm about to say Tua played with better talent,
way more talent on offense.
Right, but again, having to be called on in the Natty as a true freshman, and then the next year taking over, I think that's a little bit more. You got to jump in the deep end right now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of learning how to swim.
Because I could have put other Alabama teams up there. That's why I said, man, I love AJ McCarron, but I'm not. If we being honest, a lot of those games we could have won. We won without AJ McCarron.
But see, I'm different. I'm different on that. I'll put AJ over any Bama quarterback.
I can't do that.
I am, because to me, I don't care how talented you is if your ass don't win. Bryce was the most talented quarterback I've ever seen. I would never put him in the class.
I was about to say, I never. We just talking now. I'm not talking about what the college.
AJ won
we just asking for a college quarterback.
I'll never put no quarterback.
But that was like this. It was back in the time where you didn't need a talent.
I don't care what time it was. 3 rings, that y'all Bama fans be praising about came from one quarterback. I won't put no other QB over him.
He only started 2 of them, so I can make.
What other quarterback has done that?
That's cool. But I'm just
Bryce ain't win nothing, and I mean nothing.
But
as a backup,
I'm just saying though.
But we got to use that
again. I'm talking about playing the position.
I don't care about putting nobody. AJ McCarron was the quarterback of Alabama, and that boy got 3 of these things on 3 fingers. None of these other QBs ain't got that.
I put it like this.
I ain't putting none of them over here.
If you put Bryce, you put Mac, you put
if
was any of those teams.
I don't care nothing about none of that. They didn't get it done.
I can tell you right now, we would not
have. They get it done, bro. You iffing me to death.
No, no. Because
Bryce did not get it done. Tua did not get it done. Jalen Hurts did not get it done. Mac Jones did not get it done. Mac got it done.
When we have a 9-6 game, if we play LSU with Tua,
I don't care nothing about none of that. So you played for Bama and you didn't win. I know a boy that got 3 rings, bro. 3 of them. 3. I never put them over him. Never.
That's like saying Robert Horry got more rings than Jordan, but were you taking Robert Horry over Jordan?
That's pro basketball. What you talking about?
I mean,
I'm talking about college football.
I'm using your logic now.
That logic don't fit that narrative though.
Man,
you talking about a pro sport.
Okay.
It's a lot of factors in there.
I got one that fit. You take Greg McElroy over Tua.
I didn't see Greg McElroy win 3 rings. I seen Greg McElroy do the same thing Mac done. Came in, won 1 ring.
He got a ring though.
But he's saying, would you take him over Tua? That's what he said. Would you take McElroy over Tua? Because Tua technically didn't do nothing during the season.
Or Bryce didn't have.
I don't think Greg McElroy was a better quarterback than Tua in college. Same thing I said about Mac. I think Mac was a better quarterback than Tua. Damn his ring. He was a better college quarterback to me.
Yeah, then that's how I feel about.
But that's what we're saying. But AJ not a better quarterback than Bryce.
But that's what I'm saying. I respect that. But I'm saying me, I will never. That's what I just said. Are you talking about talent? Or are you talking about
right? I'm talking about playing the position. That's what I don't know. What anybody else is talking about.
You're talking
about. Got 3 of them things are different though. I get it.
That is different. That is different.
Yeah, listen what I'm saying. If you're asking me talent, Bryce is the most talented quarterback to play at Alabama. Period.
Facts.
Right.
Facts.
Right. But if you're asking me to rate my Bama quarterbacks, none of them dudes is being over AJ.
Hey, I got you. I'm on the same wavelength with you because the most talented quarterback to play at Georgia was Aaron Murray. But
rings talk, bro. I don't care about that. Rings talk.
In college,
Matthew Stafford.
In college, he played better.
Yeah, I agree.
Way better than Matthew
you said
Stafford.
talent. You said talent.
Playing the talent while playing the position. You throw it to the team more than you throw it to your own people. Then I can't put you up there though. Like,
man, come on, man.
Well, I say
okay. Let me take that. Let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase it for Bresky. The person that played the quarterback position best at Georgia in college is hands down, and it's not even close. It's Aaron Murray, but the GOAT is Stetson because he brought 2 of them things home back to back. You know?
Are you picking Stetson over Matt?
Facts in college, yes.
I guarantee you, you put Matthew Stafford on them teams, they're not losing the game.
Matthew Stafford had no Sean Moreno and AJ Green.
Okay,
and Tavares King. Tavares King.
Now tell me the defense he had compared to Stances.
But he wasn't playing against the better teams at the time. Like Florida was kind of down. I mean, not even say down. They wasn't the 2008. Matthew Stafford had more interceptions. Like how people get on Carson Beck. Matthew Stafford did the same thing. He threw lots of interceptions. That ain't got nothing to do with your defense, dog. That's you throwing the ball to the other team.
Man,
like people confuse his NFL's career with his college career. He was good in college, but he wasn't Aaron Murray, dog.
Shit, I remember Eric Zaire. You know what I mean?
Aaron Murray is the all-time leader in yards.
Right, like that's what I'm saying.
Because he played longer. He only played an extra season.
Dog, when you listen,
That's
Carson Beck started 2 years at Georgia. Matthew Stafford started 3. If you compare their numbers, they similar. That's what I'm saying. That's what, like Matthew Stafford at Georgia was just a whole bunch of talent that didn't really meet that level. He played good. He didn't play elite though.
Who's y'all? Well,
who's the offensive coordinator? The same offensive coordinator that Aaron Murray had.
He said,
"Ask me who I'm drafting." You asked me who I'm drafting. I'm taking Matthew Stafford.
Right, because the NFL is a different game. Again, that's what I say.
Yes,
like the NFL careers, that's no comparison. But I'm just talking about in college, though. You gotta leave the pros alone.
Man,
like,
this is a conversation. You know what? I'm gonna bring this up.
Yeah, he's not even in my top 4 in college.
I love this type of conversation. That right there. I'm still. I know you dying on that hill. I'm dying on that hill with mine. Yeah, but hold on. I got one. Now this one is gonna be interesting for everybody. 2018 Clemson versus 2005 Texas Longhorn. And I'm gonna say this off the rip. People love to talk, and I'm gonna say this loud and proud. You can go with Cam Newton and Joe Burrow. When they always say that, they always say greatest quarterback. I get them greatest 1 year season. But greatest quarterback that I have seen up to this point, because my favorite college quarterback is Pat White. Shout out to Pat White, Alabama's finest. But the best I ever seen was Vince Young. Everybody crowned these boys USC over these boys. They thought it was going to be a runaway. And this man proceeded to put on the greatest college performance in the national championship game. They had a decent squad. I do not a secondary. Not a secondary. You got Rawson, you got Griffin, them boys back there. Them some dogs. The defense was some dogs now. Now
again,
offensive-wise,
people getting caught up on the offense, bro.
Offensive-wise,
Styles, but that was the Power Rangers.
I was just going to say, Clemson, 11 on that other side of the ball,
bro.
Some of the best, man.
No. Only thing I'm saying is just giving Vince Young his props. I ain't say who I'm picking.
Oh yeah. I'm with you on that.
I'm get confused when they say I give you best 1 year quarterback, but the best quarterback that I have seen over a period of time was Vince Young.
Facts.
All right, listen, Bevo, because Bevo gonna have a damn stroke if we don't. So what we saying, Bevo? Here we go, Bevo. A lot of fans, Bevo, get caught up in them highlights, them Vince Young. I get it, bro. Vince, y'all offense is right there with the best ever play, and I give Michael Huff and Earl.
Yeah, Michael Huff.
I get him that secondary, but up front now, Bevo, up front. Them slow middle linebackers. Look, Clemson, their defense wasn't I think their defense was better than y'all's that year. Matter of fact, I know their defense was better than y'all that year.
Yeah.
Now, they're going to have their problems with Vince, as every team would. Right. Every team would. Who would win that? This might be one of the more interesting games, Coach Tez, B Sharp, on this schedule, on this bracket.
That Clemson defense was like that.
They wouldn't know that we couldn't run the ball on them.
It was like that. What? That AJ Terrell in corner, like
it was that game.
It was a problem.
That was good, boy. They were no joke. Some of the best we've ever played against. All of them got drafted. Every damn one of them.
Ooh, they was like that, man.
We get it though, Bevo. We get it. We're not picking against them.
I think this would be a good game because there was a couple of times in 2018 at the beginning of the season when Trevor was a true freshman. He had to get his feet up on them, and Kelly Bryant had to come back and save the day at Texas A&M, and Chase Bryce had to save him against Syracuse when Trevor went down a little bit. But Clemson had Justin Ross out there they had T.T. Higgins and ETN, and then that D again. I think it'll be a good game. Right this moment, I can't tell you who I like. Vince Young, this is the only thing. Like Vince Young, like Brisky said, he was such
he was an X factor. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like on the big stage, like Tez say on the Nutrifield big stage, like that bitch Young coming to play. You feel?
I guess I'm gonna go with Texas, man. I'm gonna go with Texas.
That bitch Young coming to play, boy.
I'm going with Texas, bro. But mind you, I saw them play against USC. I seen them play against in the regular season. I don't think this would be a blowout by no stretch of the imagination. No stretch of the imagination.
Who you going with, Brisky?
I'm going with Texas, I believe. I guess I go with the offensive guy.
I'll put it like this: that Alabama team that they went again was way more talented than that USC team, and they was considering that team the best team ever.
My point.
And they went out there and beat our ass like a drum.
Bruh. Like when they had the pick six, I was like, damn.
And look, Coach they was playing straight zero man. Damn, y'all. You got all these receivers, right? Show me.
Because they could, right? They had them DBs that was like that, man. They had them DBs.
Was holding it down in the middle.
That's what I be talking about. The eyeball. Can you line up on me and just look? You just stay on that side of the field. I got whoever over here. Don't worry about it.
Christian, the D lineman.
Christian Wilkins.
You got Christian Wilkins. Got Destin Lawrence out there.
Destin Lawrence
couldn't block it.
All four of them, I want to say two of them went first round and the other two went second round. Like they was crazy.
Couldn't do nothing with them,
dog.
Yeah,
the only games they played, like Coach I said, the only games they played that was even remotely close was the ones when Trevor was banged up.
Yep, Trevor. And he started his first road game. I want to say it was game 4 at Texas A&M in front of the 12 man, and freshman. You know what I'm saying? And then Kelly Bryant came in, helped him out, that kind of thing. But or vice versa. Kelly started. It was like them dudes was good. Though. I think this is like Brisky said. This is one of the closest matchups in the first round.
This is a first round matchup.
Right.
Against 95 Nebraska.
Hey, bro, I can't help when they put.
Hey, Ted, somebody had to play him in the first round. I'm glad it wasn't us. Glad it wasn't us.
Man, that's tough. Trevor could throw that rock, man. So
Trevor was good. It took him, like I said, a couple games to get his feet up on him. But once he got his feet up on them,
who was the receivers for Texas that year?
That's what I'm saying.
It's a good question.
Listen, that's the thing. We remember Vince Young, but they had to
because of them offensive highlights. Exactly.
He had to have some good receivers, though.
Man, I can tell you right now, ain't none of their receivers were better than Justin Ross, T. Higgins, Mark Rogers, and I didn't mention
Lima Swede.
You won't get no argument from me.
I remember Swede, but they.
I agree, Jeremy. He did get done wrong considering he had took them to the playoffs the year before.
Yeah, I remember but see that them dudes wasn't better than
it ended up working out for
receivers. But Vince Young is the X factor, man. I think Clemson's defense was better than y'all. I just tell you straight up. Clemson had the better defense to me that year.
Oh, without a doubt. Isaiah Simmons, you got, like I said,
I forgot about Isaiah Simmons playing hybrid everywhere.
Got Bullware out there.
David Thompson, I forgot now. David Thompson was a dog, true, but they had the athletes to stay with him. No, they had the athletes to stay with him.
But having Vince, it's like having Vince is like having that.
Vince keeps the game close, but they don't win it in my eyes.
Nothing you can do can account for that guy. Yeah,
fact. Right. Like Vince,
that's the only thing.
But
the will to win that dude had.
Yeah. It's kind of like Cam.
USC played a lot of single high safety in that. They were a physical defense. They wasn't no athletic running around. USC was talented, bro. But that offense, man. They were an offensive glamorized squad.
I don't know, man. Open up the vote, man. I don't know who I'm going with.
Bevo is sending one message every 3 seconds. It is impressive how fast he's out. He does not like us talking about things.
Jesus. Bevo, I'm going Jamal. I'm going with you. I'm going with you, Bevo. I just think Vince Young.
How many words a minute you type?
I don't know, dog.
That's tough, man. I know.
I still don't know. Ted, help me out. Make a case, dog, for one of these teams.
I'm taking Clemson. I can't. I gotta go with that defense, man.
I kind of want to go with them too, Ted. I
gotta go with that defense. Man.
As good as Vince Young is keeping the game close.
See, that's what I like what Bresky said. Vince Young making this a game, but outside of that, dog.
That's just how impactful that man was.
That's the reason why they won the game they won.
That's my
look
point.
What they did. Look what they did against that Alabama team, which was a good team,
all time great. That's what Coach Shawn was talking about. All the draft picks, first round.
Then, was it? No, it wasn't the year.
It was so different up front, man. We had some All-Americans up front.
The 2016 team could have easily, Alabama team could have been one of the greatest teams, but they beat us at the end. That's why I couldn't put them up here. 2018 team, they win this game. They could have been considered one of the best ever.
Right.
But they just went out there and straight slaughtered. If you look at everybody that was on that squad for that year,
that's what I was talking about.
Freshmen. I mean, if you just go down, it's number all pros in the NFL right now. You know, who just straight up beat our ass.
Look at your backfield that year, man. You had Najee. You had Damian Harris, Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris, and then B-Rob was a freshman that year, I think.
Yep.
So B-Rob was young.
Not for nothing, Clemson made it look like light work.
Man, they could.
Not only did they beat them,
them boys got in the gaps on the coach.
Bro, listen, my jaw was on the floor. I was in this. I knew that, like I say, I said coming into 2018, I said if you're gonna beat Clemson, I don't know how you're gonna do it because you can't run them, you can't move the ball on them. So it's gonna have to be some special teams or something like that because that defense, nobody was moving the ball.
I couldn't tell you what the possession was, but I remember it vividly. Just whatever, anybody go back and look at that championship game, just look when we got to the goal line and we try to run it. Right, it was like a wall.
Bro, it was
crazy.
Crazy.
I had to take it right there like, we ain't winning tonight. If we can't do this, if we
I think about
you can't even bammer them. You can't even bammer them.
Think about it like this.
These boys like this before Dexter Lawrence is Dexter Lawrence in the NFL. We can't do nothing.
Couldn't move him, bro.
Jacobs can't get in there. If Josh Jacobs can't get in there, it's over with.
Think about it like this. When we talk about Texas, right? When we talk about Vince Young, why do we know so much about Vince Young? Why is it? Because of the big moments, right?
Right.
Why weren't they in those big moments in the first place? If we're talking about team dominance, they played a lot of close games. He had to put on that cake a lot.
He had right.
That's why
that's just not the case for that Clemson game, that Clemson team, bro. Outside of that Texas A&M matchup, and then I think Syracuse played them tough.
Yeah. Syracuse
after that, it was just straight.
It's Clemson. Bro. We got one more, and then we done, guys.
We're not Bevo Bodyguard. We're not acting like we acting on the contrary. Vince Young was not a regular dude. Like that's what we're saying. He was. But Tez is saying the reason why he had so many big moments. You have to be put into a situation to have a big moment. And a lot of these teams that's on this list didn't have those big moments because their teams was just dusting the other team off the field.
Hell out everybody.
Big John was playing Superman out there. Like it's like the 2010. I think Ted might agree. It's like 2010 Auburn. Cam had to play Superman out there.
And that's why I said Cam and them played the right teams at the right time. Because I don't think Cam, as good as Cam is, Cam can overcome a lot of these teams.
Right.
That's why I said. Like you look back on it, like they can beat Oregon.
Talking about the teams on this list?
Yeah,
of course not. These are the all-time. What do we do? Why Cam got to run through these teams?
Okay, well, I make it easier for you. You put Cam against Vince Young team.
That's a good styles.
That's a good one.
I tell you what. I think we'll have some classic moments from Vince and Cam.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this. I can't stand Auburn. I couldn't stand Cam at that time, man. I was even player hating on him because the girl I wanted to talk to in college, she took a picture with him. I was like, man, I already don't like the man on the field. Man taking all. That was the only time in my life I felt like I was like player hate, man. I was like, man, look, I said, why you gotta take a picture with him? I ain't saying to her. I can legit say that. I said it to myself, why you gotta take a picture with him? But man, oh man, easily one of my favorite moments, and still every time I see it, is when the LSU run. Just simple fact that Gary Dennison pointed out like he accelerated the way he accelerated. I was like, bro, that was amazing. And I have to give him that all the time. Like, bro, that was a great season by them boys.
Let me tell Bevo this. Bevo, real quick, Ted. Bevo say, y'all did start Reggie Bush, y'all. But let me give you another stat. Lindell White was 20 carries for 124 yards and three rushing touchdowns on y'all in that Rose Bowl. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying as a whole. But I voted for y'all, Bevo. But yes, y'all stop Bush. But Lindell White went off on y'all, bro. On the that's what I'm saying about the front seven.
Vince had 19 carries
41 points in that game. So.
Listen, Vince had 19 carries for 200 yards, though. 3 touchdowns. That dude's ridiculously carrying the team.
That's a lot to put on the quarterback against
ridiculously carrying the team.
Yeah, that's a lot to put on the quarterback. Even Vince against another great.
No other rusher had more than 50 yards.
Yeah,
that's why in that matchup I would probably give it to 04 Auburn because of Michael Dyer. He came in and broke freshman rushing record in his first year. So on offense, it wasn't. Bulk of it was
2010.
2010.
2010. I meant 2010. Yeah,
that man in high school with me. Well, we in middle school together.
Cam was probably about, if I give it a number, I say 85%, and then Michael Dyer probably got another 5% in there, and then 10% was the other players, everybody else.
Well, this is the last one, and that'll include the first part, and then we'll finish up on Thursday. I feel like this was a great one too.
Yeah, it was great, man.
04 USC versus 2013 Florida State. Lot of talent on this field too. Whole lot of talent. Matt Leinart, Heisman Trophy winning. Got a lot of guys. You got Lindell White, Reggie.
This is unfair for somebody. Whoever loses this.
I don't know where I'm going yet. I really don't know where I'm going.
Man.
Florida State was really good in 2013.
I know. That's the thing.
And the defense wasn't.
I think a lot of those guys.
The defensive line, Timmy Jernigan and them boys.
Yeah.
I think this was a team that slaughtered. Who they played? Yeah, they played Oklahoma, which should have been Auburn that year.
All right. Yeah. So Florida 2013 Florida State had the second highest average margin of victory out of all these teams. Only behind 95 Nebraska. Yeah, they averaged 36. It was 36.85 margin of victory. They had one shutout, 9 wins against teams over 500. They had 3 wins against teams in the top 10 in the final AP, and then had 2 wins against top 5 teams.
Jalen Ramsey, Lamarcus Joyner, Timmy Jernigan,
Jameis Winston. Yeah. And hey, this would have been a quarterback battle right here. Jameis Winston against Matt Leinart.
Yeah, it would have.
I mean, USC had Bush and Leinart, but again, we get caught up in this offense, man.
Oh, the defense was like that too.
Now. Oh, their defense was raw too.
I remember was that the Ray Malaluga days?
No,
I think this was. Let me see.
Who was on their defense that day? Enlighten me, because I don't remember.
They had Forrest Rucker on that. Defensive backs. They ain't have most known.
What did they rank? I mean, what did they?
They had. Let's see who we. Who
Keith Rivers was on that team. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, they was like it wasn't like a star power defense, but the defense was good.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the team? This is the team that. Oh, this is the year. No, I'm looking at the wrong year. My bad. That's the year. That's the team that lost to Texas. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
This is the year Reggie Bush went stupid. I think that 04 year.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he went crazy. From freshman year all up, but yeah, he went definitely crazy on this one.
So Matt Leinart threw for about 3,300, 65% completion. Let's see, 33 touchdowns, only 6. So Jameis threw for 40 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Matt Leinart threw for 33 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Defensively, what was they giving up here? It wasn't the greatest defensively, but it wasn't bad. It was only giving up 280 yards a game, looked like.
They beat the hell out of sorry OU fans, 55-19. Like all they big time games, they was slaughtering folks. Only one close game I see up here. Well, no, they got a few early in the year.
Yeah, they played. Stanford played them tough. California played them tough.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon State played them tough, and then UCLA played them tough, and then they beat Oklahoma.
Actually was decent then.
Like, if you're talking about domination over their opponents, Florida State easily, is the more impressive team. But again, it was like Vol said, ACC. I mean, but at the end of the day, they did what they had to do.
Yeah. I'm with you when you're right. They have been on for a long time.
Right.
I feel like if Coach Al was up here, he'd make that joke about almost could have been a conference.
When I was at school, we called them the all cake conference because all the games was cake outside of 2 or 3.
I mean, was the Pac-12 in it better?
But I was just about to say that, Choke Shawn. You beat me to it, dog. You beat me to it.
Around that time, they were good.
Well, that
they
year,
were decent.
Yeah,
they were better than the ACC. I'd say.
At the time they played them, they only what the team was ranked. Their opponents was ranked when they played them. They only played 3 ranked top 25 teams at the time.
Which team is this?
USC 04. They played. California was ranked 7. Arizona State was ranked 15.
I don't know nothing about their defense, and that's bad because I usually remember. So I'm going Florida State. Like
I say, if you're talking about who was more dominant over their opponents in their respective years, it was easily Florida State was more.
I ain't getting caught up in the player. I'm going Florida State was a better team than that team. What number is Florida State?
Like they had NFL talent all over the field on USC now. They had Matt Leinart, Matt Castle, Reggie Bush, Lindale White, David Kurtman was a running back, made it. Steve Smith, Dwayne Jarrett. You know what I'm saying?
I remember Dwayne Jarrett.
Fred Davis, William Buchanan. All these dudes made it to the league. Dominique Byrd was a tight end.
Was that the tush push when they beat Notre Dame year?
No, that was the next year.
That was the next
year.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on defense, they had a lot of NFL talent on there. Matt, Dallas Sarts, Lofa. They started getting Lofa.
Who was the best team on USC schedule that year? No playoffs in
no playoffs. It would have been that Cal team that was coming into the game. They was ranked number 7.
And what did they beat them by?
They beat them 23-17.
What was the best team on Florida State schedule? Yeah,
they won
I was about to say when you're talking about no playoffs for Florida State,
no playoffs. Yeah,
I think NC State, if I remember correctly, NC State was top 15. Let me double check. I think it was NC State though.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I'm looking at it too.
I looked at it. SAC. No, Miami. Miami was ranked number 7.
They played number 3 Clemson. They played Clemson when they was number 3. But
Clemson was number 3, and they beat them 51-14. At Clemson, by the way. At Clemson, 51-14.
Yep.
Number 3 Clemson, they beat them 51-14.
What was the score?
They played 51-14.
Miami.
I think I remember that year because they showed Clemson driving in on buses.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then they played Miami, who was ranked number 7. They was 41-14. They beat them 41-14 Like,
give me Florida State.
They was hammering dudes now.
I don't know how you play Duke for the ACC championship
because of the coastal. Duke only had to beat. Well, I mean, they had to have a better record, I should say, than Miami, Virginia Tech, and Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm. And they got boat race.
Right.
But they played a close game against that Auburn team. Shout out to all those guys being those guys.
That was Nick
Marshall. I don't think I could have lived with those guys winning championship that year after the kids.
Well, that team would have been on this list if they won that game.
They would have. Would they?
That would have been a hell of. that would have been a hell of a
that was the only game they lost.
Hell of a win. Yeah.
No, I don't think they were undefeated that year.
That was the year the kids.
Were y'all undefeated that year?
2013.
Yeah.
We lost.
I thought y'all lost too.
Y'all 2013 was the
y'all lost to LSU early in the year.
Oh,
LSU,
okay, I got you. That's
I
beat Bama and Georgia with some miracle plays, but they was
that's right. Because that Florida State went on to play the same Ohio State team that beat us, if I remember. They played Ohio State.
Yeah.
Then they beat Auburn. Then they play Ohio State and lost or something like that.
No, this was the last year before the playoffs.
Yeah, Florida State ran the table that year.
Yeah, this was the last year before the playoffs. Yeah.
They won. That's right. That's right.
They didn't lose nobody.
No, they didn't lose no games.
Yeah, I'm going.
They was beating everybody. They was beating
I'm
everybody.
going with them. Give me Florida State when you put the
All right, here we go. We're gonna find out because I think I know where I'm going.
13.
I think I got persuaded at the end. I'm going Florida State.
I'm not going no Pac-12 team. I don't care who the hell they had. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'll get Florida State. I'm not picking no Pac-12 squad. I'm just
just for reference, that year Reggie Bush had 800 yards rushing and 500 yards receiving. So he had 1,400 total yards, but it was the highlights that made it.
The highlights, yeah.
And because he was a returner. He was a returner too. Lindale White was the better running back. That's not.
Yeah, he had over 1,000 that year, right?
Right. Yeah, he was the better running back.
Like 15 touchdowns.
Reggie Bush was the better football player, but Lindale was the better running back. Easy.
I remember that year. Jameson Winston was on another level that year. I remember.
Crazy. 40 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, dog. That's
give me Florida State. Give me Florida State.
Yeah, I you convinced me. I got to go Florida State. I can't believe I just picked against prime Reggie Bush.
Hey, but that's the thing. You didn't pick against Reggie Bush.
You picked against the 2004 USC Trojans. Yeah. That's who you picked against.
You're right. You're right.
And see, that's where our mind get.
That's why I said at the beginning, so we gotta think team, because if you take Reggie Bush, there wasn't a player on that Florida State roster that was better than Reggie Bush as a football player. It wasn't like not Lamar Joyner, none of them. Like Reggie Bush was the best football player on the field, but as a team, that 23-13 Florida State was beating people to sleep.
Yeah, that was good.
And then had Travis Smith on there, LaMarcus Joyner, of course, James Winston, Kelvin Benjamin, O'Leary.
Forgot about the little tight end. Forgot about dude.
Travis Smith, Mario Edwards. Damn,
forgot about Mario Edwards.
Oh, bro, they was like that, dog.
Yeah. Oh, Roberto Aguayo. Yeah, they had
kicker
too. Right? Monte Freeman, Rashad Green.
Cam Irvin. I think he won the Groza that year.
He did. He was I want to say it was the start of the Aguero family going to Florida State to be the kickers.
Yeah, that was a squad. Then you got Jalen Ramsey. Yeah.
Give me FSU.
Yeah,
Devontae Freeman when he running back.
That was
man.
Jameer Gibbs before Jameer Gibbs, man. They ran just like each other to me.
Everybody, that was part one of this, man. This very, very interesting. I knew it was gonna be some conversation. Even we got however they seated, that's how they were seated. I didn't make the list because I wanted to be as fair as possible wherever they landed. If Miami had to play 95 Nebraska on the first one, then we'd just have to be arguing with it on the very first one. I probably would have told them to move them two around. Even those type of matchup, those like even with 2019, you're gonna have to move these folks around. But they did it right the first time.
22 Georgia, 25 Indiana, and we get Nebraska. Come on, man.
I'm gonna ask you this. Since
it was 25 Indiana.
It's not my fault. The only thing I'm gonna ask you, out of all these teams, out of all these teams, who you think y'all beat?
Who I think that we beat?
I'll put it up here so you can answer, Rick. Go ahead. Out of all these teams, what would be a better matchup for y'all that you guys can beat?
I think they beat that Tennessee team.
I think we beat that Indiana team for sure.
I think y'all beat the Tennessee.
You said the Indiana team for sure?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we beat them.
Okay. Big man.
Let's see.
Tennessee, I think there's a possible
Tennessee probably.
I think
Yeah. 85 Oklahoma. I don't know.
The Michigan team will have trouble against us with the defense that we got.
I think that's like style. Yeah. Because both teams physical. Facts.
Texas.
Y'all gonna have to show me y'all can beat USC. USC came to y'all house and beat y'all with practically the same thing.
We can't show them that, you know, we can't do. We know we can do about that. I wouldn't pick that USA team because we lost. I don't know. It'd be an interesting game. I still think that it would have been a better matchup than most people think. You know.
He's just saying, why did they have to get Tommy Frazier in there?
Bro, I can't
in the first round, bro.
He said, hey, Brisky, I know what you're saying, and I believe you, dog, but look how it looks on the outside. Man. You're an Alabama fan, and you put Auburn.
No. B Sharp ain't just a Bama fan. B Sharp is a Bama fan and an Auburn
hater.
No, the hater's not even a big enough word for it.
So from the outside looking in, it's like you put something in the car.
He looked at it. He looked at it and was like,
I agree.
This is good.
Oh my God.
Oh man, this man so biased right here. He gonna put us against get rid of us early, huh?
Right.
But you could have heard me how I was defending y'all. That's how I know I didn't do it.
True, he was. Real stuff.
Really I was like, man, come on.
He really was, man.
He really was defending y'all.
But I mean, yeah, man, I'm gonna let the guys.
2025 Indiana, 22 Georgia is not exactly an even matchup either.
You know.
Right.
That is
like
I'm an Indiana fan. I'm looking at that like, come on.
F them trees, man. F them. Burn them all down. I got trees in my backyard, man.
So
burn them.
But appreciate everybody for coming up in here. I'm gonna let the guys shout out their channel. Definitely happy Coach I is back on here. Thanks. It's been too long, and it won't be that long, especially during the season. Just got to catch him because a lot of our days he going on too.
Yeah.
So I don't now, but we're gonna make something happen for real. Especially, I'm gonna say it now so we can get it all out of the way. When Bama played Georgia, if it got to be a joint thing that day, it's just got to be a joint one. Last year we were supposed to do it. This year we got to do it. So we got to figure it out some way. We're just gonna have to find a day. It was good for everybody, but these guys, I'm start with Tez, and we're gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, man. Always a pleasure to be on here with you guys. This is a lot of fun, man. Even though we got the worst matchup in the first round, I'm not gonna let you forget that. I'll just let you know.
Right. You just know next time Tez do a bracket or ranking, the Alabama getting shafted. Just know that.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, we got one tomorrow. So, yeah, you find me at SACC, man, on all platforms, man. Again, on Tuesdays, 6:30, you find us doing our Fans versus Day series where we pick each and every SEC game throughout the year, trying to prove that the fans know football better than ESPN in Vegas. So a lot of fun doing that. And then on Thursdays, we got lunch breaks, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. On your lunch break, don't spend your lunch break with that lady with the bad breath that's just talking you to death in the cubicle. Spend it with us, man. We have some interesting conversation about college football, man.
Appreciate you, man. Coach I.
Yes, man. Appreciate y'all having me, man. Good, debating with you guys about some football, fanatic sports. We talk SEC football and South Carolina women's basketball. And that's where I'll be this Thursday. We go live on Thursday. So I won't be on the show. So I'm going to go ahead and let you know. I don't care who they playing. I'm taking 95 Nebraska all the way through. I don't care how close it is. You can say they win by 1. You can say they win by 100. I'm taking 95 Nebraska to be in the championship, just to put my vote in there.
There you go. Coach Shawn.
Coach I is a very smart man.
Sometimes. No, not with that one. Not with that one. We'll talk later.
Much love to all my broskies, man. We have a good time talking ball. Much love to everybody in the chat, man. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you to my brother B Sharp, who always having great ideas how to do this thing. Tap in with all these brothers, man. Tap in with all these brothers. I do. I may not get a chance to comment sometime because sometimes they be on when I'm working, and I listen to Coach I listen to Tez. I be in the chat, Tez, Coach I. Always following my brothers everywhere they go. You can definitely find me at JMHO Sports Talk on Twitter and YouTube.
Oh yeah, man. And y'all already know, y'all already heard Sharpshooter Sports Talk. Appreciate everybody being up here. Make sure you subscribe to all these guys' channel. It will be in the description. Just an easy, simple click and subscribe to their channel. Just 2 clicks to just subscribe to their channel. Great brothers, man. Great discussion as always, man. Even monkey wrenches being thrown here and there. And that's why I said that's what creates great debate on all that. So, man. Definitely see y'all on Thursday to finish this up, and that's when it's gonna really get
right.
Conversation. It's gonna get we're gonna really get down to the conversations then. Now you're gonna really have to explain yourself. So definitely gonna be promoting that all the way up to Thursday. And yeah, we're gonna catch y'all on the next one and forever in a day. Hold on. I don't care. If they was there when they was there, they're gonna lose wherever they was. I don't care what they were playing. They can play in the 95 2001 Miami. I don't care. They're gonna get their ass whooped. I don't care. I tried, man yelling at me, and I'm defending all. I'm defending.
You did it.
Man, you know what? Man, we'll catch y'all on the next one and roll damn tide.